Hello everybody, this is Chucky from the Clica Brothers. I finally decided to put the wrap around my GR 700 guitar synth and get this project going again after a few months. It's been shelved for other projects around the house. Gotta remove the handles, remove the tape, take off the sides, clean it up, and then add the wrap that you saw in a different video to make it look like a GR 300. This wrap is outside now, getting hot in the sun, so I'm loosening it up for installation. Next step will be to disassemble this case and get it cleaned and prepped for what amounts to a car wrap. This is an exterior grade vinyl film, UV protected, meant for rough treatment, so it should be fine on a footboard. Okay, I've got it stripped of all its exterior hardware and marking tape. Now I've got to clean it with some solvent, as described in the How to Wrap Your Car manuals on YouTube. Should be fine. It's a little dirty here and there, but all that's got to be cleaned off around the edges. Otherwise it will bubble up the wrap. In order for it to stick properly, all this goo has to be gone. And that's the next step. There's my bag of hardware. Separated all the exterior hardware. I've identified the handles as 1 and 2. The sides are identified as 1 and 2. There's the interior bottom with its original marks. Also, again, sides are identified by 1 and 2 on the inside. So all the wrap prep videos say that you just got to wash it with soap and water. Dish soap is good for degreasing. I'm using a Lysol dual action wipe right now just to get rid of the surface dust. You can see it's pretty nasty. It's got a little scrubby side on the other for getting rid of embeddeds. This doesn't have grease and road debris, so it's not going too crazy with like the clay stones and stuff like that. I'm just going to do a wash with soap and water. Well, first a wipe down with a cleaning rag, then a wash with soap and water, inside and out, inside the bottom as well. And then I'm going to with isopropyl alcohol. That's the surface prep of choice for most car wrap people. They use alcohol to absolutely strip the surface of anything that is a contaminant, and they use clay bars to make it as smooth as possible. I don't think this is necessary to clay bar. Anyway, back to it. So according to all the vinyl wrap installation videos, you have to wipe down with isopropyl alcohol to remove grease from your surface. This is my next step. I have paper towels, which they do not suggest. They suggest microfiber towels. First pass with the alcohol after it was clean. That's the kind of dirt we're talking about. I'll do it 2 or 3 more times, paper towels, before going to the microfiber to get rid of all the final debris. Yuck, it's pretty nasty. So I've wiped down with alcohol and the microfiber cloth, and it's now clean and oil free. You can see it's shiny along the surface. There are scratches. Those won't go away. But all the glue and residue and tape debris is all gone. It's a little bit of scratchy, rusty spots. Can't get rid of those either, but it's not dirt. And the microfiber is not dirty, so all the dirt is gone. Now we gotta let it dry and evaporate completely. If it were a car, they would say to use an air compressor to get in all the areas, because you don't want the isopropyl alcohol to touch the back of the vinyl. Okay, I've got this laid out. The way the picture was designed is that this black bar and this blue bar should line on top of each other directly, and as long as they line up all the way to the edges on each side, all of the back panel labels will lie right down on top of where they're supposed to, and the front window cutout right here will be the same distance across the bottom of the labels on the front. All of the holes should line up centered on the lines, and it feels pretty good. It does have to be straight, has to be square. The hard part of this video will be straightening this out, making sure that this line is perfect. Once that's done, then we can fold the back flat and fold the front flat, and it'll be fine. There's no compound curves on any of this case, so it should be fairly simple. I have a hairdryer, a razor blade, some spare razor blades, some squeegees. I was going to use the wet installation technique. I don't think I need to because this piece isn't that big and I don't really have any help, so I can't expect to move it around. I just have to do it well in the first place. My plan is just to do the bar first, so I'm going to pull this backing back not all the way and then pull the rest of the backing after I start to do the front of the case. But by then it'll be pretty much too late. It'll either be on square or it won't be. So this is my plan. I'll let you know how it turns out. So here it is, halfway wrapped. You can see all the little powder coating lumps and defects. Most of those will be hidden by the components. You won't even see them, notice them when it's done. I got a great deal of the bubbles out and the wrinkles. Started to cut out the openings. You can see I put a diagonal, and then cut the big field out and wrap it around. There's the window that is open or not yet cut. This isn't a how to really wrap something. If you want to look at those videos on YouTube, they're all over the place. I got most of my information from wrapping a vending machine and wrapping roofs. The wet technique definitely works. The dry technique is only for experts. And if you do this for the first time, you should definitely take heart that this has been on and off 3 or 4 times, and I was certain I ruined it 3 or 4 times, and I screamed and threw it across the room several times. So it is highly resilient to adversity. In any case, it isn't for the faint of heart the first time. Second time will probably go a lot easier. You definitely need a hairdryer and a razor blade. So this is about the only how-to for this video. See right here, it's a little air bubble. The way this edge wraps around, there's a crease underneath it. And it held some water. Right there, there was another one. The way to remove them is to take a needle, it's a standard sewing pin, and then pierce it. This is behind the side plates, so I don't mind doing it. And in reality, this is not going to be any kind of trauma to the surface. It's not going to cause any problems. So I pierced the pinhole, and then if you have a hairdryer, you can heat it up, and then if you rub over it, the hole allows whatever's cut underneath, usually air, could be water or something, just to rub right out. And now it's gone. Now you don't want to do that all over. It's much better to become competent in laying the vinyl so that it doesn't have any bubbles in it. There it is, fully cosmetically assembled. That's the end of this video. It'll be turned on in the next video, hopefully with a good set of voices working perfectly. Thanks so much for watching. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe to the Cleco Brothers YouTube video channel. And share with your friends, because this is pretty freaking cool.